You know what the average attendance is when Caitlin Clark plays home or the road?
What?
15,300.
Wow.
Okay.
Everybody loves a winner, and tonight the Atlanta Dream set the record for the biggest crowd to watch a WNBA game in Georgia history.
Pretty exciting. One of the big reasons fans flock to State Farm Arena is, of course, the Caitlin Clark effect.
Speaking of freak athletes, Caitlin Clark effect has now hit the WNBA. It has been announced today.
But the best basketball of the weekend, the best player in America, the best shooter in America, Caitlin Clark at Iowa.
Because of her extensive impact on the basketball floor, Caitlin Clark is starting to be compared to LeBron James. One of my favorite things about her sport is that more people want to watch. This most recent parallel was prompted by her ability to finish strong close to the basket. Clark is the best guard in terms of two-point field goal percentage with an outstanding 62.7% shooting rate from within 5 feet. This isn't hyperbole taking her play. She's really talented and plays at a high level. In addition to being the top shooter in the country, she is also the finest passer. She is just as effective at scoring from the rim as some of the league's top big men. The release time is almost exactly the same as mine, and I saw someone break it down. Also, you can't help but notice her confidence, range, flair, and where she's shooting from when she plays. She's a performer. It's crazy, though, because her shot is at that level simply because it looks like that. Her floor game is as excellent if you pay close attention, so it's kind of the whole package. The record and the level of attention she has received over the past 2 years are being broken by her pals. There is a distinct energy in each building she enters. It's fantastic for women's basketball and for her. She has been especially good at driving to the hoop and finishing during the Olympic break when Indiana fever resurfaced. D. John I, Carrington poked Caitlin Clark in the eye during a recent WNBA playoff game, sparking a lot of conversation. This brings to mind a life-altering incident. When a distracted driver blew a red light and struck me in 2016, I was on my way to a friend's reunion. I had to have several knee surgery after my automobile was totaled. After an accident, insurance companies frequently attempt to underpay you, which is why I'm thrilled to introduce Morgan & Morgan as our sponsor. If you choose to work with them, they can battle for the best outcome for your case because they are the biggest personal injury legal firm in the nation. They ensure that you are not taken advantage of by the insurance company, regardless of the severity of the accident. The finest aspect, they are not paid in advance. You don't have to pay if they lose. Keep in mind your choices in the event of an accident. By clicking the link in the description below, you can begin your claim right away. We appreciate Morgan & Morgan's sponsorship of this video. This man is ultimately embarrassing, buddy, so there's still a long way to go. You're correct. And as a consequence, you get the shine in many people's eyes. The rhetoric is fueling a fire with race baiting. I've had enough of the racist bullshit. She is a horrible person. She's got ball skills. Jane's approach to game control and basket attacking is similar to Clark's. I have previously compared her to Steph Curry, Steve Nash, and Jason Kidd. Curry for her long-range shooting, Nash for her inventive play, and Kidd for her quick playmaking and rebounds. Everyone else is envious. They're mad because you're getting this, which is absurd. Furthermore, if he continues to act in such a foolish manner, we will never go forward as a species. What is it like? It must all return to the race. It must always return to the race. She is quite talented. That's what it should be. Additionally, the other participants ought to stop talking. No one was discussing your league. Before that girl, no one was interested in the WNBA. I don't care what race that girl, Caitlin Carter, is. She is absurd. She is a horrible person. And now you guys are talking trash about her while people are watching. All of these abilities come together to resemble LeBron, particularly in her aggressive scoring style. Next year, 36 out of 40 Indiana Fever games will be televised nationally. The Indiana Fever had won one nationally televised game the previous season. A year later, 36 out of 40 get her on television. We say it again and again. Caitlin Clark is more than just a TV personality. She's a big draw for live audiences as well. An incredible 17,575 people flocked to the State Farm Arena to watch her play when these two teams first faced off. No, wait, you're a fantastic basketball player in my opinion. I mean, I'm not as good at playing as you are. Yes, we are aware. I can't tell jokes the way you can, of course. You may be wondering how we knew Caitlin's performance was the main factor. The Atlanta Dream's home arena, the Gateway Center, can usually accommodate about 3,500 people. Just 3,200 people attended their most recent game against the Phoenix Mercury, which has a legendary player who has been a mainstay in women's basketball for the past 20 years. Against Diana Taurasi, they were unable to even pack a smaller arena. However, things are different when Caitlin Clark is in town. In addition to selling out, the arena must provide standing room tickets in order to accommodate everyone. It is anticipated that this game versus the Atlanta Dream would break the previous record for the most people attending a WNBA game in Georgia. To guarantee that every available space at the State Farm Arena is occupied, they are going above and above. The Atlanta Dream has taken the initiative to spread the word about the event on social media with a strong message. We wander among legends because of this. We set the record for this. To make this game a historic event, they are exerting every effort. To keep everyone entertained and excited for the history that is about to be made, they are creating an entertaining hype video. An amazing 17,575 people attended the last meeting between these two teams. And this time, how many are they anticipating? Are 17,700 in question? Or might the attendance for this Atlanta Dream game reach 18,000? The CC effect is what we mean by this. More bodies here at the draft to support and celebrate this draft class, more skill and more eyes on the game. It has improved steadily. It goes beyond Caitlin Clark's abilities and the way she motivates her teammates. Fans are drawn to her because of her captivating presence. Tonight, who are you here to see? Caitlin Clark. Her impact on the game is incredible, and it extends beyond the United States. People throughout the world are also swooning over her. Canada's Saskatchewan was dropped by whom? It's a long walk. We spent 23 hours on the road. Whoa, wait a minute. I'll guess it's 2C. I'll guess Clark. Caitlin, she has a talent for enthralling crowds and going beyond women's basketball. Similar to when the Lakers or Yankees visit, it's the most sought-after ticket in town while she's there. The Indiana Fever is currently the town's must-see event. This game is billed as the season's most important matchup. When Sue Bird talks about what it's like to see Caitlin, I believe she uses a fantastic word. It's exciting, she claims. We're sure she's fantastic. We are aware that she has enthralled the nation. Why? What is so captivating about Caitlin? We have never seen a women's basketball player like Caitlin Clark. And it begins with the distance at which she shoots the ball. Never before have we witnessed a player shoot so effectively from such a long distance. The Atlanta Dream is embracing the excitement surrounding Caitlin and is well aware of it. They are adept at efficiently marketing their superstars. They transfer the game from their smaller location to a larger arena every time Caitlin Clark shows there, and they make sure that everyone is aware of this. Her attitude is admirable. She has good sportsmanship. In my opinion, she allows everything to fall away from her. In addition to the logo 3, she is simply an excellent player overall. She has accomplished a lot, in my opinion, and the WNBA has benefited much from her collaboration with her group. The Dream promotes themselves relentlessly. When Caitlin Clark is in town, I wish more teams will take their lead and effectively advertise the games. Yes, that was fantastic. To be honest, I had a great time. I believe that when we entered, we engaged in fierce competition. The problem was that we entered the situation with the same desire to win since we knew they would. We were probably behind 2 at the half, but I felt we got off to a great start in the third quarter, which in my opinion set the tone for the remainder of the second half. Erica gets so hot like that, and it never hurts. Simply put, let her do what she does and give her the ball. They're already calling this game a sellout rather than merely noting the matchup in passing. Yes, all of the seats are reserved, so if you were hoping to walk in and find a comfortable chair, you should reconsider. Standing room tickets are the sole remaining choice. Tickets for a basketball game in the standing room? The scene seems to be taken from a Major League Baseball game. It's crazy. How will the Indiana Fever handle this now? They must appear forceful and combative. We cannot afford to start slowly again like we did the last time. Great if Nelissa Smith is on fire. Otherwise, it's time to make a change. Kelsey Mitchell is no different. Every game is important because we are aiming for the 6th or 5th seed, especially as the WNBA season draws to a close. How is this squad going to recover from a game that they could have won? We should win if we hit 35% from 3 and the opposing squad shoots 25%. However, our defense will have to be good until Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aaliyah Boston settle into a rhythm if we start out slowly and miss our shots. How Coach Christie Sides handles rotations this year intrigues me. Will we see Tammy Lesson Dantas more? Erica Wheeler, what about her? Will she play this time? She was a member of the Atlanta Dream the last time. How many of them will Lexi see? This is a crucial night, therefore we need to put our best squad on the court. Atlanta is going to host the CC Tour. I sincerely hope that if the Fever lose or if there are dubious coaching choices, the supporters who shelled out a lot of cash to see Caitlin Clark won't be let down. A thrilling game is what these fans deserve. Hopefully they'll get one this time. Here's an interesting fact before we wind up. In the WNBA, the Atlanta Dream had the lowest average attendance throughout 29 games, while the Indiana Fever had the highest. But with the biggest WNBA game in Georgia, both teams are poised to create history. If it were that simple, it would have been completed by now, as Angel Reese noted. Women's basketball would be in a different league if everyone was a draw. The WNBA attempted to take advantage of her popularity by scheduling a large number of games against the league's top teams in a short period of time. Relative season tickets are now available. We may have to, after all. Those are really pricey. We will ensure that our salaries are paid. Getting those is like our whole salary. The Indiana Fever point player Caitlin Clark has been in the news lately for reasons other than her stellar play on the court. The 22-year-old rookie's audacious remarks and fierce competitiveness have been making news. Getting those is like our whole salary. I'm serious. Without a doubt, someone will work on that. We need assistance. Following her rejection by the U.S. Olympic women's basketball team, Clark needed time to rest and regroup. She's been doing well ever then, so it appears that the time off helped her. Caitlin Clark currently holds the WNBA's rookie record. With 12 games left, she will attempt to break the record. Clark recorded 9 assists on Sunday, raising her season total to 232, setting a WNBA record for assists by a rookie. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are receiving a lot of well-deserved attention, and we learned that the Fever Storm game over the weekend attracted an incredible 2.2 million views. Caitlin Clark has appeared in 16 of the WNBA's 18 games this season, with an average viewership of over 1 million. Therefore, it is impossible to ignore the connection between Caitlin Clark's basketball game and the desire of spectators to watch. They'll come and watch the game if she's playing. Not only that, but she's on pace to surpass Alyssa Thomas's previous year's overall record of 316. Clark's encounter with the referee also garnered media attention. She received a technical foul when Clark, frustrated after missing a shot in the third quarter, punched the base of the hoop. Clark disagreed with the referee's assessment that her behavior was disrespectful to basketball. Had nothing to do with the opposing team, my team, or the referee. I feel like I should have been making more shots since I'm a competitor. According to her, Clark even expressed gratitude to the referee for the technical foul, stating it motivated her to play more. After that, I felt like things much improved. For that, I want to thank him. She continued, but when Clark jumped in to respond to a question about purchasing season tickets for her family, it was her most unexpected response. Clark added, "Those are pretty expensive." In response to a question about whether Fever colleague Lexi Hull would purchase season tickets for her family after she scored a career-high 22 points in the team's victory over the Seattle Storm, getting those is like our whole salary. I'm serious, we need assistance. However, Caitlin Clark, who makes $76,000 a year on her own, is the reason why everyone is watching the WNBA while Dan is making absolutely nothing. In spite of the fact that she is earning a lot of additional money from endorsements, I believe that many male athletes have a tendency to say, okay, I'm going to spend my paycheck, or rather my salary, and I'm going to use that to fund my lifestyle. I'm going to set aside my endorsement money. I will deposit that in the bank. That money will be invested by me. However, these WNBA players must use their endorsement money to support their lifestyles if their income is only $76,000. And a luxurious lifestyle isn't all I'm referring to. I'm just talking about a normal lifestyle, which costs much more these days thanks to. Despite earning millions from endorsements, Clark's admission that she needed assistance purchasing season tickets for her loved ones caused some people to take notice. However, one thing is certain. On and off the court, Caitlin Clark doesn't hesitate to express her opinions and make her presence known. Caitlin Clark's rookie pay of $76,535 is a known fact.